Protests over beating of a resident in Iranshahr. Following the beating of a Baluchi resident in Iranshahr by police this week, protests broke out in the impoverished Iranian town. Anti-riot forces were sent in to quell the unrest. They beat up protesters and fired shots into the air to frighten them away. Iranian regime to face strong response if it closes Strait of Hormuz. The Iranian regime would face a very strong response if it closed the vital Strait of Hormuz, Saudi Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Adel Jubeir said on Thursday. His warning comes shortly after the US said that the Iranian regime had shot down a US drone in the international airspace over the strait. Jubeir said, "The situation in the region is very dangerous because of Iran's behaviour." He cited an increase in Iranian attacks in the region over the recent weeks. He continued, "Saudi Arabia does not want war with Iran, but the international community is determined to confront Tehran's hostile behaviour." Iranian retirees in Tehran protest in front of the parliament. Iranian retirees held a protest outside the Iranian regime's parliament in Tehran on Tuesday over inadequate pensions. It was the second major protest by retirees in recent days. The protesters chanted slogans like, "End the warmongering, think about us," "Retirees will not live in shame," "Political prisoners must be freed," and "Our enemy is right here, they are lying when they say it's the US." While Iran's economic situation continues to deteriorate, the regime is doing nothing to help protect the retirees' livelihood against rising prices and declining purchasing power. Pentagon releases flight path image and grid plot for drone shot down by Iranian regime. The Pentagon on Thursday released an image that it said showed the flight path for the drone that was shot down by Iran. Navy Captain Bill Urban, a spokesman for the US Military Central Command, said, "Iranian reports that the aircraft was over Iran are false. This was an unprovoked attack on a US surveillance asset in international airspace." Prosecutor says major development in cyberspace to affect Iran. The Iranian regime's Prosecutor General Mohammad Jafar Montazeri says cyberspace in Iran will undergo a major development in July. He did not offer any details on the upcoming development, but Iranians on social media have been speculating about the launch of some kind of national internet, with state-imposed restrictions that would ban access to some sites. Montazeri told the state-run ISNA news agency that a lack of proper supervision has adversely affected the cyberspace, which is regime jargon for social media. The Iranian regime imposes strict filtering regulations that make many websites and social media platforms inaccessible for the public.